All right, we have Whitney here. Whitney, why don't you go ahead and explain what we're doing here today?
Today we're taking two of the exact same image, one in regular JPEG, one in a new format called JPEGmini. We're going to print two large format high resolution photos, and we're going to have our pressman with 30 years experience look at it under a loupe to see if he can notice any differences. We're going to take the file. It was shot on a Canon 5D Mark III. We're going to actually print it on a Canon. This is the image prograph IPF 8300, very high resolution 10 color printer. The photos were taken by Camilla Binks, a Utah photographer. Really, really good looking photos. I'm going to mark these A and B, one for the regular JPEG and one for the JPEGmini.
All right, Whitney. So basically, with these two photos that we're looking at, is there any way to tell once they've been photoshopped? Can you tell the difference between the two images?
I can't see anything looking here, and I'm at 400 or 500 times magnification, looking right in at individual hairs and the bouquet of the photo. I can't seem to see anything on my side, not on screen. A on top is the JPEGmini. B on the bottom is the full resolution JPEG.
If these prints turn out and Vincent can't tell the difference, then I'm going to start converting every image that comes off the camera to JPEGmini right out of the gate. So I'm super excited. We'll see what happens.
Just taking our first initial look here, just naked eye, no loupe or anything, but I don't want to say I'm surprised, but I have to admit I am a little bit. Standing maybe 12 inches from the actual print, and it's amazing. I don't see any color changes to speak of at first glance. Things that are blurry, supposed to be blurry, are blurry. The things that are sharp that are supposed to be sharp are sharp. It looks really good. We're at 30 inches wide by 20 tall here.
All right, time for the loupe.
Time for the loupe.
I've run everything from a duplicator to a 40-inch Speedmaster and everything in between. So if I can't see a difference, the layman will never see a difference. So I'm going to give him my best shot. Here we go. Well, first I'm just basically giving it a visual by the eye before I look at it under a loupe, under magnification. I'm trying to see if I see any kind of difference just visually staring at it. I might have a slight issue because it's laying down. If it was hanging on a board, it might be a little bit easier. Visually, I do not see a huge difference. Wow, that is something else. Wow.
So the question
I am currently having a hard time seeing a huge difference, if any. I'm gonna say that A is your maxi and B is your mini.
I take the loupe at it one more time, buddy.
Okay, all right, all right. So I'm gonna go back on that. This is the maxi, this is the mini.
Final answer? Final answer, Vincent.
Final answer, I think B's, this one here is the maxi and this is the mini. And if I got stumped, then that's awesome. From a press operator standpoint, there is no way that the layman is ever going to know it unless they're an artist. There's no way.
Well, there you have it, folks. I think that's a pretty confident statement by our pressman of 30 years of experience. If he can't barely notice, if any, I have a high doubt that any customer will know walking in with the naked eye.
It's pretty freaking amazing.
It's good. It's good. I won't lie. I'm a little blown away, to tell you the truth. I had my reserves about it, but How many megs is this file, are you guessing?
12 to 15 megs, somewhere in there.
And then how much is it after you converted it?
2 megs.
All day long.